Welcome back, everyone, to Embrace the Squiggle. Ashleigh and I are so excited today because we have an acclaimed keynote speaker, an award-winning advocate, and a content creator who's redefining representation and inclusion on a global stage. Her breakout campaign, Assume That I Can, became a global phenomenon and earning her 7 Cannes Lions, a Grand Clio, a United Nations SDG Action Award, and a Webby Award, cementing her as a cultural force for reshaping how society views disability. She has been a movie star, and her on-screen work includes Mr. D, hosting Who Do You Think I Am, and a standout role in Champions along Woody Harrelson. She has made history as the first person with Down syndrome nominated for Best Host at the Canadian Screen Awards, where she also hosted the red carpet. She currently hosts the podcast 21 Questions, leading honest, funny, and thought-provoking conversations about identity, assumptions, and belonging. And she is a recipient of the 2023 Quincy Jones Exceptional Advocacy Award. We are so excited to have the famous Madison Tevlin here with us today. Welcome, Madison.
Thank you so much for having us right on this podcast. I'm so excited. I love everything you guys do about this Squiggle podcast, and can't wait to be part of this with you guys.
Yay!
We're so excited to have you. Ashleigh and I are like bouncing in our seats today for those who are just listening.
I'm just like so happy right now that I have so much good energy in the room right now.
So much. Okay, so let's jump right in, Madison. Tell us, what did little Madison think she was going to be when she grew up?
Well, she never knew what she really wanted to do anything for herself. But I remember when I was little, I always wanted to be a massage therapist or someone that would like to throw parties. My mom always throws parties and everything at the house and everything all the time. And I thought that's something that I really love to do. But then I just love being with people and touching people's bodies and hands and everything, to do something with movement, and that's something I knew that I wanted to do and everything. But then I kept growing up and being more mature and seeing what life kind of looked like and everything for myself. And then when I got different parts and like in the acting world, in that industry, when I got the movie Champions, my life, everything changed for me and everything for the better. And when I saw that, and when Woody pushed me to be a better actor that I wanted to be and everything for myself, maybe it's something that I knew that I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Ooh, that's good. And do you feel like, sorry, I was going to dive into
Perfect.
Little Madison for a minute. Do you feel like massage therapy is still something that you would go back to if just as something on the side, or like, is it still part of your dreams?
It's still part of my dreams. It's almost exactly everything I really want to do, because I always wanted to massage people, and I'm really good at that, like really finding people's energies and finding that really quickly and very easily and everything within myself. So when I massage them, I feel all the knots where everything is, and I'm really going into it. I'm loving everything all about it, all in that one person, and it makes me feel so relaxed about myself, knowing that I'm making someone happy and relaxed for themselves as well too at the end of it.
That's amazing, because even as you're saying that, like when Ashleigh and I first got on today, she was like, oh, I did this really tough workout today and my muscles are sore. And I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I have to go to the gym after this. So we could definitely use your services in the future if you decide to.
Perfect. I would love to help you guys out. But I just don't know how that's going to end up for me. I'd love to do that on the side, but I love everything I'm doing it right now, and I will not want to change that anything for the better right now. Like, I love being an actor. I love being a public speaker. I love being a true advocate for everything that I'm doing, but I just want to keep this up. Like, I don't want to go back to I want to go back to how I was, but at the same time I keep looking forward and not at the past.
Well, you're still impacting people and helping people, and it may not be through massage therapy right now, but you're still impacting their lives, and so the same messaging is the same. Yeah.
In so many other different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Madison, were you 12, did I read, when you went viral for doing your John Legend cover?
Yes,
were young.
I was young. I wasn't actually 12. I was more 13 when that video came out, when that kind of like happened. Everything when I was 13 years old, and I loved the whole thing about doing a recording of that, one of my favorite songs, "On Me" by John Legend. But I never knew it would take me to where I am and everything right now, like till today. So when that YouTube video, I was just really young and like having my normal life and how my parents raised me and everything so differently, but I realized because of that YouTube video made me go into so many different ways in my life. I'm so
I
happy that
mean,
I did it.
millions of people have seen that video.
I know, and it took me to where I am now. Like, I still can't believe it.
Yeah.
I'm doing all these things and I'm so happy and proud of.
You should be proud. You've accomplished more in your life thus far than so many people can even dream of or even conceive in their dreams, right? So it's really incredible what you've been able to accomplish. I mean, I don't know that even I personally have ever had dreams as big as what you've accomplished, and that's just a dream, right? So it's really incredible.
That's true, so thank you.
Okay, so then you were in high school right when you did the Champions movie.
True. So I just wanted to be like everyone else. Like, I wanted to be in my school life. I loved my high school. I loved everything I was doing there. But when the movie came to me, they reached out, I think, through Instagram. And my mom was kind of like helping on the sidelines to make sure like everything would look good. But I still wanted to be in school. And I love my teachers and doing all the things. But when the movie came in, like, I had to drop everything just to go for like 3 months to get everything done. But it was, by the end of it, it was worth it because I got to make a really good movie, and I made lifelong friendships, and it became a new family. And I love that whole experience. It changed everything for me.
If you're a leader, you're probably moving really fast, making those decisions, solving problems, carrying responsibility. Our executive coaching here at Maxity helps you to create the space to clarify your leadership vision, to harness your strengths, and to navigate the real challenges with intention. You'll leave every session sharper, more aligned, and ready to lead in a way that's distinctly yours. Learn more at maxity.com. That's maxady.com.
What was your favorite part of doing that movie?
My favorite part of filming Champions was, there's so many, I can't just choose one. I love talking about them because they really are like, I think everyone are my brothers.
Oh,
They really were, like, they're like my family. Like, I never done a movie like this and everything before. And Woody just like really helped me to like be even better and want to keep doing this and everything even more. So my favorite parts of the movie was when I was filming with all the friends and everyone was all together. And I loved at the end of the movie when all of us were just, even if we didn't win or we didn't lose, we're still champions. No matter what, we're always there together. And I think that was one of my favorite things, but also when I got to do my own shot, because I don't really play basketball. So going into that movie, and I did that shot with my friend James, lifted me up and everything, and I did it. And it was like, okay, I did it. I felt so good about me doing basketball. Like, I was like the only girl on the team of friends. So I was like on the sidelines and like bringing up my witty side and everything on myself, like the one-liners, like the one zingers, like that's the girl that I was. And making sure that everything whipped in place when Woody couldn't do that everything for himself, for everybody else on that team. So I was kind of like his like sidekick kind of, which was a lot of fun for me. And like going off of him, playing off with him, and our banter going back and forth was so much fun to play off of. And that made it a lot easier, I think, for me to get into that scene every time.
Yeah.
I think most people don't realize how hard it is to act. I think people think it's a simple skill, but it takes it's a lot of work.
I know it takes a lot out of you, and it can be exhausting and tiring at the end of it.
And it sounds like Woody was a great mentor for you to show you kind of some, I don't know, to kind of up your skills and learn more from him.
Sure, and he wanted me to be the best I could ever be.
Love that. Love that. Do you still play basketball, or was that like a one and done? Like you played basketball and you're like, okay, done.
That was done. Otherwise, I'm not doing it again. Like if I wanted to, I would, but I don't think I would.
That's all right. I'm with you. I'm not a basketball girl either.
So we'll both be like that together.
Yeah.
So now you're hosting 21 questions. Right. And you get to be the one who's out there asking the questions, right? Whereas today we're asking the questions. But
you're in the hot seat.
You're in the hot seat today. So because
I don't feel like I'm in the hot seat right now.
That's good.
Excellent. Yeah, that is what we want it to feel like. We don't want it to feel like a hot seat. But so you've interviewed some incredible people. Woody Harrelson, which you said he felt like family at the end of this, but you also write people like, Nelly Furtado or Paris Hilton, and interviewing all of these amazing people. How does that feel? Like, what did you learn from them, or what surprised you?
What surprised me, something that I learned the most of, and I think was when I did the podcast episode with Nat Rodgers, actually. He really taught me that success is the best revenge. When you do something good, I think, for yourself and being in that spotlight and everything, makes it so much better when other people are watching you. Big, let them hate, let them do everything they're going to do and everything, but we know what we are and what's the best for us.
Oh my God, that is like the best thing I think I've ever heard. I'm like writing this
Yeah.
down now, right? Success is the best revenge.
Because I
It
really
just
think
gave me
it's
chills.
true.
Yeah, it is true. You're right. Yeah.
And that's what
Yeah.
I learned from Matt Rogers. I loved doing all these different things with other people, but it surprised me in so many different ways that I ever expected it to be like.
Whose idea was it to do the podcast? Did you think one day, like, I want to do this? Or did somebody
Well,
approach you and say, you know what, you should do this. You're good at it.
I never thought I wanted to make a podcast. And it's really hard for me to go open and deep and vulnerable with people and everything. That's just that side that I don't really want to show people, that I can cry and like all these things and everything. But I never knew I really wanted to do this. But when I had my friend Sylvia, we had really good conversations, everything together. I realized that I really want to do this even more and talk about people and how they look like, and not being judged and being stereotyped in some kind of way. So then I started making this podcast and talking to all these different people and everything, and see, like, I love to have that feeling to knowing that I'm not alone and that everybody is with me. And that's kind of what this podcast brings out, and people to have good conversations with them, that people can learn everything about me and them at the end of the day as well too. And that's what I love about filming the podcast, making this podcast, and making this. I'm hoping to do more of it because it's my full-on dream to host my own talk show, and I'm happy that I finally
Oh,
get to do that.
that's amazing. I actually, as a follow-up question to that, because I had heard, I actually heard you on Watch What Happens Live when you shared that, being able to meet and speak with Paris Hilton was one of your biggest dreams. And so now you're sharing, having a talk show. And would you say that's like the next step in this progression of dreams you're achieving?
Yes, for sure. But I would add that I want to be able to travel the world and go everywhere with this podcast, because I want to like
Mm.
do this even more. Like, I'm loving everything that I'm doing right now, and I keep it the way it is. I want to keep traveling and filming more of the podcast, and let's see where it takes me and where this life takes me, because I want to keep doing this, I think, even more, and I want to keep it up.
I love that.
Yeah.
Where are some of the cool places you've been? So, like, like you said, you love to travel. What are some of your favorite places you've traveled to?
Well, I traveled to Austin, Texas, and I love it there as well too. But I have really good dream places that I want to be filming more of the podcast. I know we're also with Fairmont Hotels that sponsor the podcast, so wherever they put us, they put us. But I love, like, I've never been to Vegas before, so I'd love to go to Vegas.
I haven't been
It's something I
either.
really want to go to.
Me
I
too.
want to go to Vegas. I want to go to Mykonos. I want to go more
Ooh.
involved
That's a good
in
one.
Spain. I want to go more into, like, I've never been to Barbados before, Bora Bora. I want to go to the Philippines, like Singapore and all of Asia, like
Yeah.
Thailand, like all those places. And if I could bring the podcast there, I think that would be my dream.
I mean,
And
Yeah.
as
keep
a business owner, that's like the smartest thing to do, right? Have your podcast pay for you to go all the places you want to go. So it's a
I know,
business expense.
Yeah.
for everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't
I
been
would
to
really
any of
love
the
that.
places. Yeah, I
And
haven't
I
been
can,
to any of the places you've
Mhm.
mentioned yet.
and I can take my partner wherever I go with me, whoever I end up being with, that I kind of already do have in my life already. That I've been dating for 10 months.
Ooh.
Gonna
All
be
right.
1 year soon.
Maybe at
Very
the 1
exciting.
year mark, you can start saying, okay, now I want to take you along for the ride too.
Yeah, and I think he really wants that. He would love that.
So exciting. All right, I'm going back to our list of questions now too,
Yeah.
because I was like, "Ooh, we got off
Yeah,
here."
sorry, we got you off the path.
That was totally fine. We had a really good conversation.
So, right, in your podcast, it's 21 questions. And I know there's a special meaning to that, right? The reason you chose 21 questions. Do you want to tell folks about that? Why you chose 21 as the
Well, because everyone with Down syndrome has that duplicated 21st chromosome, so I think I could play 20 questions with my guests. But because of that extra bonus, it turned into a 21. So that's like the meaning behind the podcast. So every time someone comes on, we say, I have 10 questions, they have 10 questions. You never know what can come out of it, if it's fun or deep questions. We have really good conversation, really good talks with each other. And then the 21st question we both kind of answer together. It's like a nod to the duplicated chromosome.
Oh, I love that. I love that meaning. That's really impactful.
And I
I
know
love that
you've
too.
said, like I've heard you say many times, and it was in your bio too, right? That you say having Down syndrome is like the least interesting thing about you. So,
It's true.
what do you
Like, I
think
always say
is the
that
most interesting thing about you?
Okay, well, I always said I have Down syndrome, and it's the least interesting thing about me, but I think the most surprising thing that people don't know about me is I'm very fun and very adventurous, like to go out there and get everything done in the world. Like, I want to make everything better, and I think that's something that people might be surprised about. That I bring out the best of all my personality out on the table, and I pick up really energies really fast and very quickly. That's just who I am. So when I meet someone I think for the first time, it's sometimes a little bit hard to pick up on their vibe and everything right away, but when I'm with that person for a good long time and have a good conversation and be in moments with them, it tends to get even better. And I like that person, and we have a conversation, and we end up being best friends at the end of it.
Well, we are meeting for the first time today and only virtually, and I can already sense that about you. So we wouldn't even have to spend days and days. I already can tell. So
Thank you. I feel a really good vibe with all of you guys right now.
yeah, we're having fun.
We
Absolutely. Are you ready to stop overthinking change and actually make it stick in 2026? We are excited to announce the Embrace the Squiggle book club, and we're going to be kicking things off with Atomic Habits on March 18th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. This book club is completely free, and you can register for it from the link in our show notes, or head over to embracethesquiggle.com, or check it out on any of our social media. You definitely have that ability. I mean, as soon as you came on, before we even hit record, right, you have that ability to make people kind of feel at ease and excited. And, you know, as someone who's leading a podcast, that's so important that your guests feel that sense of kind of calmness and everything's okay and excitement, right? We couldn't wait to hit record because it's so fun.
I know. I really just try to be the best like I can be with everyone around me. And sometimes it's hard to take that out of me and everything sometimes, but with you guys, it was so easy to just speak and talk to because I watched the podcast. I watched you in that big 2026 episode that you guys were doing, and I learned so much from that episode with you that I really want to get into more of a conversation with you.
Love it.
I'm excited.
So,
Madison, what's a question that you ask your guests that you wish people would ask you? What are the questions you wish someone asked you more often?
I wish people could ask me more about the emotional side of me. I know I don't want to let that out and everything because that's just who I am. But I think people should ask me, like, I want someone to ask me, like, how I can be, something about me being deep and being vulnerable with people and everything and how I can let that out. So I don't know what that question would be like, but something along those lines.
Yeah. And probably, you know, because you're hosting the podcast, you're focused on pulling some of those vulnerabilities out of your guest, and it's less about on you. And
That's
so
true.
when the camera gets switched over to you and somebody's asking questions like that for you to bring out some of those vulnerabilities, it takes a minute because you think, I don't know, I wasn't prepared, or I'm so used to kind of keeping it together, right?
I'm so sorry that I keep smiling so hard right now. I'm just like so happy. I just was like people could ask me more and everything about me. Like that's what I really want to like let myself out, talk more about like me and my heart and my experience and everything that I go through. And like I'm very fun, adventurous person. I want people to learn that side of me and everything as well too. And maybe something that I ask them is they would have to tell me what their favorite question is, right? Like it goes back and forth.
I love that.
Yeah.
My guess is people have probably underestimated you at different times in your life, right? They didn't expect you to be the fabulous woman that you are and the super successful woman. And I think folks will watch you and think, "Wow, Madison can do it. I can do it." Right?
Like all the
And
things that I'm doing, people want to do that happening for themselves as well too. Because I'm like a role model that everybody's looking up to, and it feels so good when someone's like doing all the things that I'm doing on the right now. But like, if Madison can do that, I can do that as well too.
I think they also have to realize how much work you put into this. It's not like you
Yeah.
woke up one day and
And
sang
you just
John
did
Legend's
it.
song and and all of a sudden you were famous. You probably, my guess is you spent hours practicing that song and you spent hours memorizing lines and
And
learning
doing
how
all
to be
those
a good
things.
actress. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Like doing all those things is making me better, and I want like other people to look at that and look at me when I'm doing everything right now, and making them feel like they could do them for themselves as well too.
But I think it's also important to remember that as you're doing those things and you're putting in that work, that there is also a balance, right, around taking care of yourself and nurturing yourself.
And putting
And
yourself first.
yeah,
And what your
because
needs are in your healthcare, and what you need something for yourself
yeah,
before you do that for somebody else as well too.
that's right. And people don't get to see that side of you and what it takes to nurture yourself and take care of yourself either. So it can be a hard balance when you're running a podcast and acting and you're putting all of your talents and energy out for the world to see, that there's like still this part of you that needs to fill your cup when you're at home and take
That's true.
care of
Feeling
yourself.
yourself. And it
Mhm.
even goes like in all the relationships a part of it and everything as well too.
Yep,
Like being in a
absolutely.
relationship, you have to like figure your life out and for yourself and that person that you're gonna spend the rest of your life with, right?
Yeah,
You need to
yeah,
find that balance as well too. Like I feel like me and my partner do so many good things something together that like we come together in the mornings and at nighttime. Like that's for us to be together and something we could talk about when there's so much more to talk about that happens in a day. And that's what I love about this one person. That I know that I love him so much and he loves me so much. And it
yeah.
makes my life a little bit better because he supports me when I'm working and doing all these things. I think he's like literally the first person like, oh, I'm watching you right now. Well, like I love
Aw.
you so much. I love and that you're doing like he's always on it all the time, and I'm so happy that I have like a boyfriend that can do all those things and everything for me. When I need someone to hype me up, I have my hype boy.
Yeah, yeah,
When your
We
boyfriend
all
becomes a
need
hype
that.
boy,
yeah. We
everything.
all need that. Aw. Well, I love that. I'm so happy you have that and that it's giving you that feeling and
And I want to
fulfills
keep
you.
going because of him.
Yeah,
Right? And that's what makes a really good partner.
yeah,
That they boost you up so much that you want to keep going, that they don't
Mm-hmm.
try to get you to stop doing things that you love, that they're
That's
there to really
true.
support
I
you.
just want to be my own person, and I'm letting him be his own person, everything as well in this relationship too.
yeah. It's
And that's what
important.
I'm learning from this relationship and making it better so we can last forever together.
Love that. So I know exciting news was on your social media, I don't know, a week or two, maybe 3 weeks ago, that you announced that Paris Hilton has brought you into her 1111 studios. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
1111 Media, yeah.
1111
Like,
Media.
we're in the world together, in the media together, and I love the relationship that I have with Paris Hilton. She's like, we call ourselves the Sliving Sisters. So that's
I
who we
love
are.
it. Yeah.
I love just filming the podcast with her and talking about her and everything. Like we had like that instant connection. We fell in love, met each other and everything for the first time, and right away we just knew that we're gonna be like this, like sisters. And I love
I
that
loved
relationship that we have, and I love working with her, and I want to keep doing more things and everything with her.
Like expanding your projects, you mean? Like
Yeah,
outside of just the podcast? Very cool.
yeah.
I loved watching you on your scooters in her house, like
And
scootering
that was the
through the
most
hallway. I
terrifying
was like,
time of my life. Most terrifying the time of my life. I remember doing it I was good. Like, I wanted to do it so bad, right? But then I don't know what was gonna happen. I was looking at her, memorized by her face and everything, and I was rolling on that scooter. Like, I was just living my best life, screaming, "Hey, Carter!" Just having fun with it. Then, guess what happens?
Oh no, what?
I'm looking at her. The wall is right there. I go as fast as I can. Boom, fall. Having all one, bursting tears, and I'm like, I need my mom. So my mom comes in. She sees me crying. We're on the floor together. She's making me feel better, relaxing myself. Paris comes to sit down with us on the floor, and she puts the ice on my arm. And you see a whole new shift and change in her that people don't really see in everything about her. She came to that realization to be with me and my mom in that moment together. And that made me and my mom both feel like we were in this together with Paris. And I can't wait to see what this relationship looks like for us together.
I think that's a great point. And it's like a lightly been sprinkled in throughout our conversation around the fact that everyone has multiple dimensions to themselves, right? Where we have our outward personas and then we have these other dimensions to ourselves around, we have the mothering factor and the friend factor and the partner factor and the entrepreneur factor. And we're just are multidimensional beings, and all of those things need to be fed,
Sure, I completely understand.
I love that. Madison, this has been such a fantastic conversation. I have had so much fun today talking to you. But in true 21 questions fashion, do you have a 21st question for Ash and I?
I actually do have a question for you guys. I want to know how you guys met and how you guys want to do this podcast and everything together.
Oh, that's a good question. Colleen, do you want to start?
Sure. So Ashley and I met because my husband worked for a company that Ashley also worked for. And I went to, I think it was the Christmas party one year in New York, and Ashley and I met and instantly became friends. We're like, this works. Like this has to keep going. And so over, I don't know, what, 4 years now?
Yeah, it has been 4. Yeah.
I had Ashley come. I run a women's conference out here in Massachusetts, and I had Ashley come as one of my speakers a couple of years ago because she also does keynotes like you do, Madison. And so she came out and did a great discussion for all the women in our area. And
what I love is that Colleen is just such a well-rounded, badass entrepreneur. She lifts everyone up. She supports all the people around her.
Hype girls right here.
Yes.
It's all three of us, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
Love being a part of that.
Up again together.
Yeah, exactly. So it's such a no-brainer to be, a part of her circle and that kind of energy. And I was, first of all, so honored when she asked me to be a part of the women's conference a few years ago, but even more so to be a guest on this podcast and then to join as a co-host, and for us to be able to continue to expand our story together has just been incredible. So that's probably my most exciting part of 2026 so far.
And I love this. And going into the podcast a little bit, can you tell me about that?
Yeah, when I first started this, it was with my friend Christine, and we had both been on a different podcast separately. And the person who ran that said, you guys are good at this. You should start a podcast. And we thought, okay, what would we want to talk about? And we're like, we want to talk to kick-ass women about how their careers have kind of changed over their lives and what they've done and what they bring to this world, and just have a really positive place. And then when Christine had to step away, Ashley she was like the first person I called. And it was funny because I was thinking in my head who I wanted to bring in, and I knew Ashley. When I said to my husband, oh, my podcast host is leaving, like one of my co-host is leaving, I really got to figure this out. And he instantly said, well, why don't you invite Ashley? Like, she would be perfect for this. So we knew it was meant to be.
Yeah.
It was meant to be for you guys to be together.
Yes.
It was very much.
And
I've had
that I
a
get to be on this
twisty
podcast
path.
with you guys as well too.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So we end our podcast with our rapid fire questions every week. So we have 5 questions for you, and I'm going to let Ashleigh ask them this week.
I'm so ready. Let's go.
Okay, so who thus far has been your favorite person to interview? I know you touched on it a little bit earlier, but just since this is rapid fire, who's been your favorite person to interview?
Okay. Matt Rogers.
Yes. Okay. What are you binging or streaming on TV right now?
Oh, I love this question. Okay, Love is Blind.
Ooh, that's a good one. That one keeps coming up in my feed quite a bit. Yeah. What's your go-to pump-up song to get you
My go-to pump-up song is Mantra by Jenny.
Ooh, that's a good one. I haven't heard anybody pick that one yet. Where's your favorite place on Earth?
My favorite place on Earth would have to be... Oh, God. So many places. My favorite place on Earth would have to be Jamaica.
Ooh. Okay. And listen, as Northeasterners right now, we want to be in Jamaica with you, okay?
Good, let's
in
do
the
that.
sun. Let's do it. All right. And our last question, because we always love to refer books and recommend books to our listeners. What is a book you would recommend to the listeners and to anyone that you're like, you have to read this?
I'll Always Love You Forever by Robert Munch.
Ooh.
Nice.
When's the last time you read it?
When I didn't really read it, but when I was a baby, I remember my mom used to put like that book on me and everything, and she would read that and everything to me when I was about to go to sleep at night and everything. But she would read that to me and be like, "I'll always forever, always you'll be," and then I just like always loved that.
Yeah,
I
love that. I give that as a gift to most people when they have a baby. That's one of my favorite books.
Oh my gosh, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this has been such a great episode today, Madison. So for all of you listening, if you don't follow Madison on social media, you will now, because you're going to want to keep listening to her every single week. So we will link all of Madison's social media in our show notes. They're all at Madison Tevlin, which is Tevlin. So you can follow Madison on TikTok, on Instagram, like wherever you do it, and listen to her podcast, which is called
21 Questions.
Woo-hoo.
Excellent. And there are some cool guests coming up. So make sure you all go listen to Madison every
There's a
week
lot
on
more
her
to come.
podcast.
There's a lot more to
So
come.
excited.
I can't wait for the rest of all the people that I get to interview.
Wonderful.
Well, thanks so much, Madison. This has been an absolute pleasure. This has been definitely one of my top 5 podcasts that I've recorded.
I love that feeling. So thank you so much for having me on.